Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're going to meet Ian. Say hi, Ian.
Hello everybody.
And Ian is in a nice older Class C, and I am a big fan of older Class Cs to either full-time or travel in. And obviously you are too, because you're in one. Tell us about your rig and your choice.
Well, it's a 1984 Chevy chassis, and it's a Lindsay. And I bought it because it's a small one. It's a 19-foot.
Wow.
And I don't know what they call it, but I've heard this called the party version, because in the very back it has that dinette, and there's windows going all the way around, so you can back into a spot that's pretty, and it just works out really well.
Yeah, that nice pretty view when we go inside. People see how nice it is.
Yeah.
Windows all the way around, so you got it's a great setup.
And of course that drops into a bed. It doesn't have, like a lot of the Class C's have that bed in the very back, which this one doesn't have, of course, but it fits in a regular parking spot, which is really nice.
And so an 84 is kind of an older rig, and I imagine you got it for a really good price.
Yes, it has 64,000 miles on it, and I got it for $3,600.
Wow.
So the guy advertised it for 45, and after the conversation, we settled on 36, and I think I got a fair price. I mean,
I think so too.
It's I have a friend that is a auto mechanic, and he goes, if you're going to be driving that thing, bring it in. So I brought it in, and he ended up putting brakes on it, and he said the alternator was working great, but he said it was making funny noises. So new alternator, new water pump, and all the hoses and lines and all that, he kind of went through it. So, because I plan to go full time in the end of February, the beginning of February, end of January.
So you're about to retire, and it's going to become your home.
Exactly. It's gonna. Well, I can't really retire fully. I'm gonna have to pick up some side jobs here and there.
Right. So do you have any in line?
I do have a few openings coming up for the summer, but I'll see about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully, I've had the rig for about a year. Got her in December, and I put about 1,000 miles on there, which isn't anything. It's really light. I did move into her at my job site on December 1st, and so I've been living in her since then, and I've been working out the kinks and doing. I put solar on and a couple little odds and ends, doing the mechanical, and just getting ready to go full time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's been quite a project, and there's a lot of things I need to do, but I think that list is probably never going to go away.
So it's really kind of a trade-off. It's sweat equity. You're not paying much up front, but you got to do some work along the way.
Exactly. But I've heard rumor too, you buy a brand new rig and they have a lot of hoses that need to be tightened and this, that,
Mm-hmm.
that. But yeah, definitely I got her for a good price, and I guess that's the going price for those.
That's about what that older rig is going to go for.
Yeah, and depending upon the shape, and she's in fair to middling shape, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not pristine by any chance.
Well, you have a nice Chevy 350 in there.
Chevy 350, like I said, 63,000 miles on it, and when I went for smog, it passed, and the guy said he couldn't believe how clean it was. So that was a good sign, and yeah, everything works on it except for a few things.
This and that. That's pretty typical.
The air conditioning doesn't work. The Chevy part, the one up on top, I replaced that. And that's another project. I need to get that going.
So are you planning on boondocking or RV parks?
No,
or
mostly boondocking, but I'm sure I'll do RV parks now and again. And I don't really have a definite plan. Kind of my plan is to RTR here and then head back home to Long Beach, California. And I have a couple appointments, eye appointment, doctors, and a couple little things I need to sew up. And then hop on the road the 1st of February and head to Corpus Christi.
Mm-hmm.
And then take a left turn and go along the Gulf Coast and just kind of meander. And I do have a job sort of lined up. Well, it is lined up, and it's going to be working the summer in Yellowstone. So that'll be really nice. And depending upon when that starts, I'll take a left turn and mosey my way up to Yellowstone during the summer. And that's about as far as I got.
Right.
Well, actually, I got a little further. My mother recently passed away, and I'm going to meet my sister in Singing Beach in Manchester by the Sea, and we want to spread some of her ashes out. So she might fly in and catch up with me along the road, and then we'll do a little road trip, maybe 500 miles out or something like that. But it's all tentative.
Okay, would you mind if we took a look around inside?
Let's take a look.
All right. So one of the things I see you've done is you're carrying around a small motorcycle.
Yes, it's a, actually I had one of these in the early 80s, and this one's a 1981 Honda XL 185S. You know, it's really slow. It's a Honda, so it's really reliable. Get about 80 miles to the gallon. And I built a little rack on the back, and it's actually made out of stir sticks from Home Depot.
Oh, how about that?
And so a piece of wood, and I varnished it up, used some brass.
It's beautiful and strong.
And it's mounted on there really strong. Right now it's filled with a dump run. Yeah, and then I'm going to bring my bicycle too, my mountain bike, and I converted 2 racks off the bumper, or the trailer jack. I took 2, which was a cargo and a motorcycle, and I combined them so I was able to get this bike and then also some, you know, like my barbecue and a couple other odds and ends. The roof did have a leak, and then I did that, I painted it with, was that Flex Seal? I bought a gallon of it, that rubberized, and went over the entire thing. And then I mounted the solar panels, and I was a little tentative because I drilled a lot of holes, and that roof up there is not very strong. It's got ribs, and it's aluminum, and it's sagging, and it's just not the strong point of this rig. So I was very careful to, you know, seal up everything. And yeah, it's not one of the roofs. It would be nice to be able to be comfortable up there, but it's one of the weak spots of the RV.
Well, that's just...
but yesterday when we had the rain, I'm all dry inside.
That's nice.
So, yeah.
That's what counts. All right, well, let's take a look inside.
Okay. Yeah, that's with the, you know, the dinette in the back. And I made a table for it. That drops down, and that's where I spend most of my time. And of course, it has all the cabinets and things of that sort.
Lots of storage.
Yes, but I could always use more. It's like, I'm finding out what I don't need. I don't think I need 6 coffee cups. I don't need a table setting for 12, you know, so I need to, and that's what this trip's for.
Right.
Is to
kind of
thin out everything.
Down.
Yep.
What can you shake out and get rid of?
Exactly. And the fridge is working great. Everything works good. Good pressure water. And then, so I need to make it a little bit more homey, but that'll take time.
Yeah.
That'll take time. So we got the 4-burner stove, you know, the vents. It's got everything you need. Dual sink. And then my picture of my hero. That's from Travels with Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the actual rig?
That's the actual rig.
How about that?
That's in his museum in Salinas, California.
Oh, wow.
So I had to go see that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be traveling with my dog, Sam.
Was the rig there?
Yes.
Oh, and you've been in it?
Yes. Well, I've been right next to it. They don't. They have it roped off.
Oh, okay.
And all that stuff. So, and then I put in solar.
Oh, yeah. Nice setup here.
And I kind of, I did a lot of research, but I didn't do enough. And I have 4 panels up on the roof, which they're 175 watts each. So I have a total of 700 watts.
That's great.
And each one of them is producing 9.5 amps.
Uh-huh.
And so 5.5 times 4, 38. And these are 40 amp controllers. And so that's pushing the limit. So what I did is I'm running them just side by side in 2 systems. So I have my port and my starboard system. Right. And so it's working out really well. My battery is really the weak link. It's just a, you know, acid fill, Costco, $100 deep cycle. But I'm going to upgrade that. I figured that'll be the easy upgrade as soon as I figure out. I mean, I'd like to get lithium ion, but...
You just have one battery?
One battery.
Oh, yeah. That's a big system.
Yeah, so it's not, what I do is I do all my charging during the day because I can soak up the sun.
Oh, man.
And charge up everything. And then at night, it's just the LED lights. I don't have a microwave. I have a TV, but I don't really use it that much. You know, so, but this system seems to be working. And once I upgrade the batteries.
Yes.
And so.
It'll be phenomenal.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I have this all, you know, it's all fused, all has switches, and it's working out really well.
Cool.
So,
very good.
So that's good. And then I also, this was like one of my first projects right here, which I installed this because 1984, did not have USB ports.
No, of course.
And I wanted to monitor my battery. So right now I got 14.3, and it's got a cigarette lighter there for that. And then this right here is my porch light. And I have a fantastic fan which I installed, which is a remote control censored one, and so that's very nice, because with my dog, one of my big concerns is to keep her cool.
Really nice view of with the 3 windows back here.
Yes, yeah, I really enjoy it.
Really nice view. And so you're sleeping up in the overhead.
Yes, up here, and that was like one of the things. I'm not a spring chicken anymore,
No,
and getting up there and getting
that's tall.
down, I've discovered I made this ladder, and that works out pretty well. It sticks right here. I need to move it over here so I can open the door. But there's a certain, I do a lot of sailboat racing, and with that you orchestrate certain moves when you do a certain maneuver, and you do it the same way. And I guess that's kind of what I'm leaning to here. Coming in and out, I go up one way and come down the other, but it's working out fine. And then I have foam mattress. My sister crocheted me this Afghan. That was very nice of her. Helped her quit smoking. One of my things I want to get is a swivel chair for here.
Yeah.
Because the only place I have to relax is the dinette.
Which is not very comfortable.
Yeah, so I figure if I can get this, the captain chair, swing it around, kick my feet up, I got a little TV.
Yeah.
Well, my main goal has been to what's keeping me from going on the road. And those are the things that have taken priority, like the solar,
Right.
and you know, this. This will happen, and I'd like an awning too.
Yeah.
But that's not going to keep me from going. I needed my bed. The head works really well. Everything in there except for the shower is
Tiny and tall. Your head must hit.
yeah.
So you're using the black and gray tanks.
Yes.
That's how you're using bathroom.
Yes. And so
And the shower? You are using the shower?
yes, it has a hot water, and so to conserve, I fill up the pitcher as it's warming up and hold that water to pour in the tank, the toilet
Right.
before, you know, just to conserve everything.
Sure.
And this is kind of a test. I'm going to see if I can stay here for the full 14 days without going to town, except for on the bike.
Right. Well, this 19-footer, you know, it seems like it'd be tiny, but it seems perfectly fine. Like it's all you need.
Yes.
I mean, you got a bathroom, you got a kitchen, you got a bedroom, you got a place to work,
I got everything I need.
everything you need.
So can't think of something I'm missing.
Right.
Well, if I just need to change the view every once in a while.
Right.
So and
that's
plenty of
the best
headroom.
part. That from 6'3", that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
You take your sisters with you?
Take my sisters Lorna and Blair, and that frame was my grandmother's, and that's over 120 some odd years old.
Wow. Well, Ian, thank you so much
Oh, you're
for
welcome.
sharing your trailer, your home with us and your life.
Yeah.
I just am a big fan of these older Class Cs, and you don't pay much up front, and you save the money to fix things as you need
Yeah.
them.
Well, you can tell by the finish, everything's, I don't know what they did over there, like sprayed it with bleach in it. But yeah, she's in good shape for being 30 plus years old, and
Right.
you know, she's going to serve me well, hopefully,
Mm-hmm.
and do a little odds and ends with her, and I'll have a lot of stories to tell.
Yes, that's the
You
key.
know?
He who dies with the most memories and stories wins.
Wins, yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Well, Ian, thank you so much. I appreciate your sharing your home with us.
Oh, you're welcome, Bob. Thank you.
I hope everyone out there is inspired, and you can see that no matter your budget, there's something that will work for you.
Yes, yes. You know, I was over here and coming up, and there was a bunch of Class C or Class A's. You know, the big rigs, the $500,000, $1 million rigs, and I'm going, this is $1 million row. You know, but I go, you know what? If I had that type of funds, I'd still be in something like this.
Yeah.
Because it just gets you more to the earth of the people, and get you kind of, it's not so pretentious, or although a lot of people are very fine in that situation. It's just not,
Right.
not my cup of tea. So I'm looking forward. A lot ahead of me.
Right. So thank you so much, Ian, and everyone out there. I hope you got something out of this. You're inspired. If you are, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.